Pakistan summons U.S. ambassador over Trump's lies and deceit tweet. Diplomat asked to explain U.S. President's comments accusing the country of taking aid but failing to help fight terror. Pakistan has summoned the U.S. ambassador in a rare public rebuke after Donald Trump lashed out at Islamabad with threats to cut aid over lies about militancy. Pakistan's Foreign Office summoned David Hale on Monday to explain the U.S. president's comments, media said. A spokesperson for the U.S. Embassy in Islamabad confirmed that the meeting took place in a withering attack. Trump tweeted on Monday that the United States had foolishly handed Pakistan more than 33 billion in aid in the last 15 years and had been rewarded with nothing but lies and deceit. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan, with little help, no more, Trump wrote on Twitter. On Tuesday, Pakistan's Prime Minister, Shahid Khaqan Abbasi, will chair a cabinet meeting that will focus on Trump's tweet, while on Wednesday the country's top civilian and military chiefs will meet to discuss deteriorating U.S. ties. Relations between the U.S. and Pakistan have been strained for years over Islamabad's alleged support for Haqqani network militants, who are allied with the Afghan Taliban. Washington has signaled that it will cut aid and enact other punitive measures if Islamabad does not stop helping or turning a blind eye to the Haqqani network militants who carry out cross-border attacks in Afghanistan. Islamabad has rejected suggestions it is not doing enough in the war against militancy, saying that since 2001 it has suffered more than the U.S. with tens of thousands of casualties caused by Islamists. Pakistan's Foreign Minister, Khawaja Asif, dismissed Trump's comments as a political stunt born out of frustration over U.S. failures in Afghanistan, where the Taliban has been gaining territory and carrying out major attacks. He has tweeted against us Pakistan and Iran for his domestic consumption, Asif told GOTV on Monday. He is again and again displacing his frustrations on Pakistan over failures in Afghanistan as they are trapped in a dead-end street in Afghanistan. He said Pakistan did not need U.S. aid. A U.S. National Security Council official on Monday said the White House did not plan to send 255 meters in aid to Pakistan at this time and said the administration continues to review Pakistan's level of cooperation. In August, the administration said it was delaying the payment. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. /11 Mumbai, Pathankot, and other cross-border terrorist attacks perpetrated by Pakistan-based groups. And just hours after this joint statement was released, the U.S. directed another blow at Pakistan, this time declaring Hizbul Mujahideen chief Syed Salahuddin as a global terrorist. Under Salahuddin's tenure as senior Hizbul Mujahideen leader, it has claimed responsibility for several attacks, including the April 2014 explosives attack in Indian-administered Jammu and Kashmir, which injured 17 people, the U.S. State Department said. U.S. citizens are now prohibited from engaging in any transaction with Salahuddin, and all of the 71-year-old's property and assets subject to the U.S. jurisdiction will be blocked. It was clear that the grounds had shifted, and Trump wasn't viewing Pakistan with the same rose-tinted glasses as he once did. New South Asia policy. But things really took a head in August, when Trump unveiled his new South Asia strategy. For its part, Pakistan often gives safe haven to agents of chaos, violence, and terror. The threat is worse because Pakistan and India are two nuclear-armed states whose tense relations threaten to spiral into conflict. And that could happen, Trump had said. We can no longer be silent about Pakistan's safe havens for terrorist organizations, the Taliban, and other groups that pose a threat to the region and beyond. Pakistan has much to gain from partnering with our effort in Afghanistan. It has much to lose by continuing to harbor criminals and terrorists, he had said. Pakistan has much to gain from partnering with our effort in Afghanistan. It has much to lose by continuing to harbor terrorists. These comments were, as was expected, met with a stern reaction from Pakistan. Pakistan on Tuesday suspended bilateral talks and visits with the United States. According to The Nation, Pakistan Foreign Minister Khawaja Asif informed a Senate committee that the government had to take such a decision as a protest against Trump's comments against Pakistan. According to the report, Khawaja told the committee that Trump was not willing to accept Pakistan's stance that India is harboring terror havens in Afghanistan to destabilize the country. A top U.S. official's visit to Islamabad was also postponed at the request of the Pakistan government amid anti-American protests in Karachi. Friends again? A month later, however, Trump swung back the other way, saying he's starting to develop a much better understanding with Pakistan and its leaders. Taking to Twitter, Trump had posted, "Starting to develop a much better relationship with Pakistan and its leaders. I want to thank them for their cooperation on many fronts. I have openly said Pakistan took tremendous advantage of our country for many years, but we're starting to have a real relationship with Pakistan, and they're to respect us as a nation again. And so are other nations," Trump said. "They are starting to respect the U.S. again," he said, thanking the leaders of Pakistan for what they've been doing. "In this administration, we will call evil by its name," he said. Foes again? But the turn of the year seems to have changed Trump's mind all over again. On New Year's Day, Trump took to Twitter again to lash out at Pakistan, this time in an unusually stern manner. "The United States has foolishly given Pakistan more than 33 billion in aid over the last 15 years, and they have given us nothing but lies and deceit, thinking of our leaders as fools. They give safe haven to the terrorists we hunt in Afghanistan, with little help. No more," he wrote, as part of his New Year message. And it wasn't just the statement this time. Washington also followed this up with action. The U.S. suspended its $225 million military aid to Pakistan. The U.S. does not plan to spend the $255 million in FY 2016 in foreign military financing for Pakistan at this time, a senior administration official told PTI on conditions of anonymity. The president has made clear the U.S. expects Pakistan to take decisive action against terrorists and militants on its soil, and that Pakistan's actions in support of the South Asia strategy will ultimately determine the trajectory of our relationship, including future security assistance, he said. The U.S. administration continues to review Pakistan's level of cooperation, the official said, with inputs from agencies. Thank you for watching. For the follow-up, subscribe to the channel yourself here. The American Institute for Economic Research commended Trump's first-year regulatory victories, especially reductions in red tape wrapping up sectors of the economy ties to environment, energy and labor. His opening salvo was filled with dark musing about nationalism, trade protection as the basis of prosperity, the need for law and order crackdowns, a call for New Deal-style infrastructure projects, and a hint of populist-fueled centralization, Tucker wrote in a recent editorial. The ethos of what has actually been accomplished is not buy and hire American, it is more from the Reagan-era get government off our backs. In this respect, there has been notable progress, and there's certainly more to come. The Trump administration's plan going forward is detailed in the recently released Unified Agenda of Regulatory and Deregulatory Actions. The 579 actions outlined in the ambitious roadmap include 448 which are deregulatory and 131 that are regulatory. For the average American, this simply means that we will be less safe, Gilbert told the news. We expect these agencies, our government, to be on our side, the side of the taxpayers. The idea that instead of performing those duties the agencies will be focused on taking away those protections in the interest of big business is the issue. The Trump administration, with only days left in 2017, wasn't done dismantling Obama-era regulations. On Friday, the Bureau of Safety and Environmental Enforcement published rules that will rescind regulations meant to improve the safety of offshore oil and natural gas drilling. The rules were put in place following the 2010 Deepwater Horizon disaster that killed 11 people and caused the worst oil